Hey, third grade, you ready for your art lesson this week? So, spring week 4 was the week where we only had 3 classes because of President's Day. And I had forgotten about that. So, I didn't want Monday's class to get behind us. So, we worked on doing art critiques instead of starting the next project. Now, we are going to start the next project. So, Monday's class is going to be even with us, and everything's going to be pretty caught up. Now, before I go too far, I would really like to show you guys, some of the good examples, some really good posters. Now, these are just some of the really good posters. I could sit here for another 5 minutes showing you guys more posters that you made. But these are great, and it shows that our third graders have really understood how to make good posters. You've got big letters, you've got big words, you've got big pictures. You've got it. It's pretty simple. I mean, none of these are really complex. None of these have too much on it. You guys have really gotten how to make posters, and I'm really glad, because the next thing we're going to work on is we're going to work on an art contest, and it's where we're going to put in our Save the Earth posters. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So our learning, before we begin, you're actually going to need a pencil and eraser, and yes, you do need your STEM journal. We're going to take notes in your STEM journal first, then we'll start working in a sketchbook. If you have already begun a poster, hear me out, finish the whole thing, finish this whole video with me, and you're going to see that you may need to restart, or you may need to just change some things, which means you can still use your idea, but you'll want to work in your STEM journal anyway. So I'm going to pull up the, there we go. Oh, in our learning targets, my apologies. I can understand what makes a poster, and I can make a poster that highlights the harm of pollution. So we're talking about an art contest called EarthX Art. That's all one word. They call it EarthX Art. And it's going to have a theme. The theme this year is No Time to Waste, about pollution. So let's talk about this contest for a minute. I'm going to pull up their website and kind of walk you through it. So EarthX Art, this is only the second year they've done this. And they are an art competition for ages 5 to 22, which means everybody from a kindergarten up to college age students are allowed to join. Now, you're not competing against college age and high school students. You will only be against they have 4 divisions. Sorry, here we go. Division 1, ages 5 to 9. So you will be up against other 3rd graders, 2nd graders, 1st graders, and kindergartners. Then Division 2 is 10 to 13. So that's kind of like 4th, 5th, 6th, maybe 7th. Division 3 is 14 through 18, so that's pretty much high school. And then Division 4 is college. So you're not going to be competing against really the older people. You're just going to be competing against people mostly your own age. And let's take a look at some of their winners last year. So they don't just do flat artwork like 2D art. They did take some pictures of sculptures. We are going to focus on doing posters and 2D posters. If you want to do your own on your own time, do a 3D thing, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. But for ours, this is what we're going to work on flat. So I'd like to point out that this is their first place was a sculpture. I mean, this is a pretty impressive sculpture, and it's about not polluting, and it's even called, if you see down here, trash, go away. But let's take a look at their second place is a poster. My home, our beautiful earth. And then they have this one as an honorable mention. So we do not, this is only the second year that they've done their contest. There's not a lot of students who have participated in it yet. So that means, in my opinion, we've got some really good chances, especially with some of these really good posters that I've been seeing from you guys. Now, if you do want to move down and look at some of these other ones, like these are the 4th through 8th graders. Here's some high school students, and then here we've got like the college finalists. So they've got some really good artwork, but again, we're going to be coming in under under Division 1. And if you want to see, if you do end up looking through this website, they've got some more inspiration and things that you can put up. Again, I want to focus with you guys on doing 2D art. If you want to do something 3D on your own, I say fully go for it. But for us, we're going to work on the posters. So let's close that up. So this isn't due immediately. We're going to spend some time working on these. That's why we're going to do at least one rough draft. And I want you guys to make sure that you understand their theme. So the theme seems like it's going to be anti-pollution, and it is. But they also want you to put the words "no time to waste" in the poster or in your artwork somehow. So let's brainstorm for a moment, and I'll move myself so I'm not over that. What do you think of when you hear the phrase "no time to waste"? What does it make you think about? I'll bet one of the first things you notice is the word time. Time is going to be an important thing to show in our artwork this time. Haha, made a joke. So we're going to need to incorporate, you're probably going to want to put something with a clock or some time or some way to show time in it. And let's look at some examples. I'm going to actually just take myself off there we go. So these are two very clear "no time to waste" posters. I mean, you can tell they're about time because they have clocks on them. They took the words and they put the words "no time to waste" in the clocks. This is great for inspiration. If it will help you look at this kind of thing, go for it. Another poster that people have come up with "no time to waste" is still involves a clock, has the words "no time to waste" in it. You don't need to worry about these companies. That's just part of it. And clearly, we don't need to worry about member states delaying meetings, inevitable targets, stuff like that. I want you to look at something like this. What is this guy doing to the clock? Yeah, he's trying to stop time. No time to waste. So he's actually trying to stop time so you guys so that people can recycle or something like that. Here's another one. This time, someone is focusing on the word waste. No time to waste. People in cars are driving around, and it says, what it pretty much is saying is that there's a lot of weight on pretty much every car in the world. The more cars we have, the more kind of waste that comes with them. That one's a little bit harder to understand. I know that. Here's another "no time to waste" visual. This time they've taken the earth and they've made it into a clock, and they've put things that can help with their "no time to waste." So we're going to use this one as our example in a moment. This week in your STEM journal, you are going to do a brainstorm activity. And yes, you may even do a thumbnail in it, but we'll talk about that in a moment. So in your STEM journal, you're going to find a new page. It can be the back of a page, it can be a whole new page. And you're going to write at the top of it, "no time to waste" poster. Then write "brainstorm." And we're going to make 2 columns. So I'm going to walk you through this, don't worry. I'm not going to make you do all this on your own. And then we're going to come up with some ideas about what you could do for your, or you're going to come up with some ideas what you could do for your poster. So let's pull up my document camera, and I am going to pull up, sorry, give me just a moment. I'm going to bring this over here. I'm going to pull that up, and then I will do document and screen. And perfect, got it. So I'm going to make that bigger just so we can see it. And we'll move that down a little bit. So this is going to be our inspiration piece. But in our STEM journal, and remember, I wrote STEAM because I put art in it, but yours just says STEM. We're going to find a new page. These are all taken. That's not enough space, but oh, there's enough space over here. That's good. If you need to draw on the back or write on the back, that's also fine. But I'm right here. So at the top of this, we're going to write first the word art, because this is art class. And I'm going to cover up that page because you don't need to worry about the willow tree or the sunflower. So then we're going to write no time to waste and poster. Then you can write brainstorm. Do I know how to spell brain? Maybe. Boom, brainstorm. Then I want you to write words, images, and we're going to draw that line and then a line down the middle. So if you don't know, if you can't read these words, there's going to be a Nearpod that you can look at to help you remember all this, so don't worry. But this is what I want you to get this set up. So if I'm using this poster as my, if I was making this poster, I would want to make sure that I have things like words like no time to waste. That's important. You kind of need that for this one. I could also put words like pollution is going to be an important word for, at least for this kind of poster. We could put things like, do you know what this word is? Conserve. Conserve energy. Conserve is like saying save. We could put, what are some other things? Oh, we have another word that could be in here is recycling. Some other things like that. Brainstorm some things that you want to put in your poster. Please remember, you are doing your poster for this. I'm using this as my example. You are coming up with your own poster. So what are some images that our poster here, if I was brainstorming it, I would say definitely we have a clock. We've got the earth. We've had the clock hands, which is the hours and things like that. We have trees. I have recycling truck. Recycling truck. They've got wind power. So those are some of the things that if I was brainstorming this and I was trying to come up with this, these are things that I might have thought of that I want to put in there. Then at the bottom, if you have space, yes, you may certainly start planning out how to draw what you would want your poster to look like. So if I'm going to draw mine down here, this is just, I could draw the, I'm trying to do the earth. And then I like how it had the clock hands. And here are the, make it clearly look like it's a clock with time. Then I could write, see some of my words I would write in here, no time to waste. And then how could I figure out some other things above it? What else could I put up here? I can just brainstorm some more things. So today you are doing your brainstorm in the STEM journal. If you have already started another or a different Save the Earth poster, sorry, clicking the wrong buttons. If you've already started another Save the Earth poster, you are still welcome to finish it, but to be able to compete in this contest, they're doing the no time to waste. I would love for my students to do the no time to waste, but if you've already started one and you think that it is the best one that you have ever done, then keep going with your other one. But I still need you to do some kind of brainstorming in your STEM journal. You still want to have some kind of brainstorm in your STEM journal for now. So this week is brainstorming the No Time to Waste poster. Next week we'll actually start working on them and giving you the time to do that. So thank you, third grade.